Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher.
Yes, I finally shaved my nuts.
And Hardy.
Who, me?
Just hanging around.
On 98.5.
Fingerman, heard about you.
Yeah.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
That's gross.
Not a great cook, but I do cook.
When I asked him about the sides,
kick them in the balls.
I don't care about it, but it's not good behavior.
Blaze Bailey is omitted.
Toucher and Hardy.
We're the best friends that can be, my buddy and me.
On 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are Toucher and Hardy. Hardy is not here today. Town Fair Tire Studios, 617-779-0985. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. And I'll tell you this. Danny Roche is in today. Does anyone know where Hardy is today?
I do not.
His daughter came in yesterday. I don't think she was thrilled to be here. But his daughter came in yesterday, and I don't know. He never really explained where he was going. He said that, well, today's Juneteenth.
Of course.
Did you even know that?
Yes, I did, actually. My kids actually have another day of school they have to go to on Monday because of this. Oh. It's weird. I mean, no one goes. Parents excuse their kids. My kids' last finals were yesterday. But apparently there is an extra day of the school year that takes place after today because of snow days.
Yeah, Zoe has finals next week, too. So she has more school. And they start before Labor Day, too. So they don't have much of a summer, but that's fine with me. But, yeah, because he was going to go to a wedding in the what do you call that? Ozarks. And then that got postponed. So, then I said, oh, so you're not, you're going to that wedding yesterday. I said this to him off the air. I go, you were in that wedding? He goes, no. And then he's like, explained to me what happened to someone in the extended family. And I went, oh, okay. And then he never told me what he was doing. And I'm just curious. It just occurred to me now. That's how much I've thought about it. It just occurred to me now. I'm like, right. I don't know where he went. But Dan is here. And Dan is very happy to be here. He's asked me a lot of questions about my father.
Yeah, let's update the people on how your dad's doing because we spent a lot of this part of the show yesterday discussing it.
So 2 days ago, because my dad is pursuing his passions, which is going to the hospital and spending the night in the hospital. And 2 nights ago, he was losing blood in a certain way, and he got to the hospital and his blood pressure was like 70/30 or something, and they called code blue on him, which my mom told me the next day. But they'd called code blue on him, which means they had to resuscitate him. And then they gave him blood transfusions. But then 2 days ago, or yesterday, I think it was. How long has this been going on? I had talked to him 2 days ago twice.
Yes.
Okay, so yesterday
He's down to Tennessee.
He's down in Tennessee. So overnight, 2 nights ago, they took him from the local hospital via ambulance to one of the big hospitals in Knoxville. And then he's there, and he'd gotten a colonoscopy and these 2 CT scans, and they said there's no polyps or tumors or anything. They believed it was this essentially like a cut, like in the colon wall. And so he's, been losing a lot of blood. He's had 3 blood transfusions, and they went to give him a CT scan at this new hospital, and then they were going to move him to do this procedure to like cauterize the wound in his colon. And when they did the CT scan, they said it's not actively bleeding. And I guess my dad and the radiologist got super into it. But then he was going to sleep, and then my mom was going home to go to sleep for a while, so I left him alone. And then last night I talked to him, and I guess the new doctor had been good, and they were just talking to him. So, like, he's not going to die in the hospital or anything.
Well, that's good.
Yes, that is good. Well, I mean, he's in the hospital, so if he loses blood, they can, help him out. But eventually they're going to have to, if he continues to bleed, they're going to have to they're going to have to make it so he doesn't bleed anymore. I mean, he's 84 years old.
Right. And they live out by themselves, like on their own?
They live in a commune with several other hippies. They grow their own.
You know what I meant?
Food.
And we're off.
I know. Here we go. Just trying to show some concern, and what do you get? Commune with it.
Do you mean, do they live in a nursing home?
No, assisted living or a
no, they live
55 and over community or things like that.
I mean, they live around other old people, but they live in a home.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there's no one in the house to take care of them.
Don't get all pissy, Danny. Come on.
If they lived in an assisted living home, I don't know. Forget it. Anyway, no, they don't live in an assisted living home. They live on their own. They're perfectly capable of taking care of themselves. Look, my mom got them to the hospital. And
a lot of people aren't at that age, Fred. It's like
84?
Yeah.
You had to have had like a stroke, Nicholas, or or something like that. Like you had to have been pretty debilitated, or like not be able to walk or something. And even then, if the living arrangement's right, you generally 84. I don't know. I mean, Jesus, my ex-wife's dad died at 83, so I don't know.
My dad died at 62.
Yeah, I think my grandfather on my dad's side died earlier, even earlier than that. How did your dad die?
Yes, my dad 62 heart attack. My grandfather 65 heart attack. Oof. My great grandfather 62 of a heart attack. My brother 58 of cancer. So I got that to look forward to in my life history.
How old are you?
You've already passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've outlived them all. It's that walking club.
No, I haven't passed that. I haven't gone that high. I haven't outlived them all.
You aren't over 62?
No.
How old are you?
I'm not saying. It's a TV
Didn't
thing.
you think he was over 62?
No, John knows.
You're 60. You're 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how old are you?
58.
How old are you?
51.
Oh, you look older than that.
I know.
Oh, man.
God.
They took a
I just
picture.
said 61.
They took a picture of me, John, and Hardy, and the kid we were playing golf with at the golf tournament, and they put it in an email that went out to the staff. And I look a good 15 years older than Hardy and John, who are older than me. It's because of this white beard.
Get used to it. I got it.
Yeah. I just assumed that you were old. Not because of the way you look, but because of your tood.
Have you ever...
I'll give you that one, Fred.
Dan, you got an old tood.
Have you ever grown a beard, Dan?
I can't.
You
It
can't?
looks gross.
No.
You know? Like, Fred, yours is white, nice, but mine's like spotty, and it's just like, it doesn't look good at all.
But the thing that I'm in a real catch-22.
It takes like 2 years.
So if I shave my beard, I look a lot younger, but I also expose that I have no chin. So I'm better off with the beard. And then I've tried to dye my beard one time, and the beard just mocked the dye. It just said no.
That never works either. I can tell right away when someone dyes their hair or beard. You can see it, especially if you've had to do it. I had to do it when I first started on TV, and then you can see it. You just know it. It looks like shoe polish on your head.
Have you ever... that reminds me. Have you seen Rob Dinkovich recently?
No.
How's he doing? Okay.
Yeah, Ninkovich has a dark black beard, which he obviously is dying.
It's disturbing. It's jet
really?
black, and he's almost 45.
One of my good friends from Atlanta that's still in radio has. I just saw him on a podcast, and they were talking about me. It was nice stuff, but I saw him and I texted him, and I'm like, he's the one who said that I told Kid Rock that Pamela Anderson was a slut that he was marrying, which I don't think I did, but and we got into an argument about that. He said something like that, and I'm like, yeah, something like that. But you sound pretty. And he goes, I don't have the interview anymore. But he had long blonde hair for like a long time, and now his hair is short and black, and he's older than me. So I said to him, "What are you doing?" Like everyone knows when you see him that you've dyed your hair black, even if they've never met you or seen you in your life. Like, you have pitch black hair. What's going on?
What do you say?
I don't know. He ignored me. which is probably the right thing to do. I mean, he
a
was
lot
just
of guys
like,
have a complex about like getting older. It's like,
well, yeah, I mean,
deal.
but the thing is that from my experience, like I can understand it if you're a woman, but from a male experience, there's almost an advantage to having some gray. For some women, it's an advantage because they've had such horrible experiences with younger men that it's actually a bit of an advantage. At least I'm told. But believe me, I wish I didn't look this old. I wish there was something I could do about it. Maybe I'll get plastic surgery on my chin and then I can.
That's
shave.
the other thing too. God, why in the world would you ever do that?
What, as a guy?
Yeah.
To look beautiful?
What? Like how? Describe that. Even as a woman on their face and stuff, I just don't get it.
Well, because the thing is, if you're a woman and you get plastic surgery and it's done right, it can really improve your life.
That's the key part, though, those last two words. If it's done right.
Well, I mean, there's that Trump face, that MAGA face that they have now that is big in rich culture in Florida, where it's almost deliberately deformative. You're right, though, Dan. Go breast implants. They can't really screw them up. You get breast implants and that takes away a lot of
guys.
No, guys, you get the mastectomy or whatever they call it, where they really saw off your boobies as a man. Like I'm thinking about getting that.
Breast reduction, is that what it is?
Well, yeah, but I want to get two big like plastic plates in my chest. You know. Mm-hmm. And then calf implants, which was.
And you go into the batting cage like Happy Gilmore. Ooh,
Well, that's where I want to show off is the batting cage.
That's right. A lot of hot women hanging around.
You're around the game a lot, Fred.
Listen, man,
it's great.
It's not about hot women. It's about my peers and letting them know.
Show all the college moms. Look at me.
I'm just hanging out. Right, exactly. Everyone drive out to Littleton to Kimball Farm, hang out in the batting cages. Lots of chicks.
Giant kitty cone. Afterwards.
Those don't have track men on them. That's just wasting time out there. Unless it has track, and they don't even use real baseballs. If it's not track man,
right? Those yellow balls.
Yeah,
disappointing.
They had to have been referring to something else, but you know that the guy from Driveline, quote unquote, quit the Red Sox, and someone else from Driveline, Ryan, had this long Twitter thing about how great Driveline was, and how everyone's adopted their things. And it says weighted baseballs. I have to assume that's not weighted baseballs with pitchers, correct?
I would not hope not.
Because they're not taking credit for that.
Right.
Plyometric balls with pitchers, because, those have existed for...
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni used them, right?
Right. Like, it has to be something that I'm unaware of. Because if they're saying weighted baseballs with pitchers and they're somehow acting like they invented that, and that swept the league.
I know, right?
They're a little off on their whole thing about that. Now, they used to be controversial. Some people would think that they were bad for arms. Now they're universally accepted. But I don't know if Driveline can take credit for that. Because when I was a kid, people used weighted baseballs. Yes. They were controversial. Now, I don't know if they use weighted baseballs to increase bat speed, but that seems like a long way to go. Seems like there's more efficient ways to do that. All right. Well, look. There it is. There's the update on my father. Now Dan knows they don't live in assistant.
Fred, it was a harmless, some people do.
It bothered me.
All right.
Dan, not the time. Dan, go ahead. Dan on the phone.
Freddie, I want to wish your dad a speedy recovery, but I have a question for Rochie. Which Disney princess gives you, the hardest, longest erection? You gotta go get it out. You gotta get the poop out. You get it, it's a problem erection. And you gotta go find a safe space to, feed it down. What are we talking? Which princess?
It took 8 minutes for Fred to jump all over me, right? 6:08. Now it's 17 minutes for this first call.
Wait till 8 o'clock.
Yes, the dirt.
Wait till 8.
Feeling.
Everyone's saving for 8
You're
o'clock.
Not going to bring me down. Not after the week we've had in this city with the Scots around. Huh? We're going to talk about that, Fred. Get me on my own segment. It was about time teaching a lesson to everyone here in New England and Boston, especially.
Dan says Jasmine.
They're our sister city now.
Bell.
Did you hear?
Yeah. Bell. Bell's the answer, by the way, in case you missed
Which
it.
one's Bell?
Little
Bell.
town, little quiet village.
Which one's Bell?
She's the bookworm.
I don't
From
know.
what
Which
story?
movie?
Sure. You can keep it, Bell. Keep it, Bell. The book. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I've never seen
Beginning.
it. I've never seen it.
Oh, no way.
No, I haven't.
You have
Manny.
issues, Fred.
Manny, go ahead.
Manny, what do you got? Say something dirty to me.
I will, because I am from the Merrimack Valley like you are.
Hey,
so I will, but Fred, I want to wish Fred Sr. a good recovery, buddies.
Thank you.
But my question is for Dan, since Fred brought Pamela Anderson up. Dan, which one's better, the Tommy Lee tape or the Bret Michaels tape?
Oh, good question.
I just want your opinion.
Which one have you seen the most?
The Fred McGriff one. With the hat way up high.
Yeah, the Tom Amansky tape.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. I had to go to Tom Amansky. Was kidnapped and taken to Tom Amansky.
You went to the camp?
No.
I went to the
Tell the story
facility.
real quick. It's a good one. Tell that one real quick.
My father said we were going to like Disney World or something like that, and then we got in a car for 14 hours and ended up in Tom Amansky's place where I didn't want to be.
How was Tom? Was he nice?
I putting myself in his shoes, like he had to be like, what's going on? Like, this kid doesn't want to be here. This dad is like tricked the kid into being here. Like I mean, I wasn't throwing a fit, but like it was obvious I didn't want to be there. So yeah, I don't know.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And it was like outside
What did you say to your mom?
I don't know who knows.
Where was the camp? What state was the camp in?
Florida?
No, we were in Florida. We were in
okay.
We were in Lakeland, but the camp I think was around where the Royals had that boardwalk in baseball.
Haines City?
Okay.
Which was far. Like no, we didn't drive from Detroit down. I mean, it was like a half an hour lesson, but it was it was like at least an hour drive. And I remember like not wanting even to go to Disney World. Like I was like, I don't want to. I was too old to be going to the Tom Amansky thing. Like it was like past the time I should have gone. I was probably like 12 or 13, and I was like not into it anymore.
Sure.
Like I didn't have any intention of like I wanted to play high school baseball, but I had no intention of like baseball was going to be
starring
this,
at Rollins. He could have.
Oh no, I couldn't have. But it was like I wasn't into it. Like I liked playing baseball and I played 3 sports, but I didn't I wasn't grinding. I didn't want to play in college or anything, and so I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do stuff that was fun in Florida at that moment. And he tricked me into going to this Tom Amansky thing, and then it was Tom Amansky
himself.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I would have loved that.
You wouldn't, because if you look back, it was awful advice, too. Tom Amansky's way of hitting was terrible. It was like Charlie Lau stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was that awful. I mean, if you did it now, you wouldn't play in high school. It's all contact, it's all weird bat position and a bunch of craziness.
I went to college for 1 year and played at a Division III school up in Maine. And I vowed, I was determined to give everything I had to try to play college baseball. It was one of the things I wanted to do in life. So I got the Charlie Lau book. I got the that whole, swing and everything else down, George Brett, and studied it with my baseball coach and everything else. And at one point in the season, early on he said, we perfected it. This is back when there wasn't a lot of video out. He said, you perfected the swing from the right side of the plate. Your swing looks like George Brett from the right side of the plate, except you can't hit the effing ball. And that was the end of my college baseball career.
Yeah.
So,
well,
there you have it.
A lot of pressure on the 1980s D3. A lot of pressure.
Don't dismiss it.
Then he transferred to Syracuse, Fred, and the rest is history.
Look what happened, baby. Huh? I got hacked.
All right. Well, listen, a lot of things happened yesterday between soccer and baseball and everything else under the sun. We will have that for you in just a moment.
Did you catch a game last night?
What happened last night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game. But what happened So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lepresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. All right, John, it is up to you.
All right. Since Dan is here, we're going to start with the Red Sox first. They faced Toronto yesterday in the hopes of both ending a 3-game losing streak and avoiding a 3-game sweep. Sonny Gray started for the Sox. His day did not begin well.
Vlad Guerrero Jr., 280. Tag that one high and deep back toward the top of the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run. Got into the monster seats. Talk about someone who is right at home at Fenway Park. That has always been Vladdy. And he makes it 1-0 Toronto.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. took him deep. It was 1-0 bad guys in the top of the first inning. It was only 2-0 in the seventh. Gray was still hanging in there, but
Lucas with a drive out to right center field into the alley. That's going to carry back there. And that ball is going to escape the ballpark. It is gone.
Nathan Lucas goes deep. It is 3-0. Gray allowed 3 runs in 7 innings of work. And I think we can all agree for most teams, that would be enough. You have a chance to win. However, these are the Red Sox, right? They never, ever come back from 3 runs down until yesterday.
There's a swing and a drive by Durbin. Way back and gone. Red Sox go back to back.
The immortal duo of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and Chad Durbin go back to back in the bottom of the 8th inning, and against all odds, the game was tied at 3. Dan Roche, I know you watched this game. When the Red Sox came back to tie it at 3, were you optimistic or not? This will be the real test.
Yes.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
All right. Yes. I did get a little optimism going there.
Really?
Yes, because they had finally done something we hadn't seen them do, and they did it with a home run.
They could have taken 1-3 at home against the Blue Jays.
Yes.
It would have been,
and it would have been on their way. West Coast, here we come.
Yeah, it finally, like, things are turning around.
Yeah, Fred, now we're thinking a lot.
Now if you're on the team, you start thinking, maybe I'm sticking around all year. Maybe this isn't a trade deadline situation.
Can I honestly tell you how I felt? When Vladimir Guerrero hit that ball, I thought game over.
Yeah,
right.
How could you not?
Yes.
Yeah. How could you not? So the game is tied at 3. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Aroldis Chapman comes on. He hasn't given up a run in about 2.5 months. Top of the 9th inning, a runner on first and 2 outs for backup catcher Brandon Valenzuela.
Pop straight up. Wong finds it and can't make the catch. The wind took it up the third baseline. Durbin didn't come far enough down to help him, and the Blue Jays catch a break.
Well, like I was saying, Fred, with this team, there's always one stupid play a game. And we saw Jarren Duran get hit by a batted ball as he was trying to steal second. Didn't look over his shoulder to see where the ball was. He got hit, and he's out. Last night with the game tied and the lead run on first, you have a foul pop-up. And Connor Wong, who's played a few games at Fenway, could not locate the ball in the wind, stumbled up the third base line, and let the ball drop. And as soon as that happened, you knew what was going to happen next.
Swinging a high fly ball a mile high to left. Duran back, and now coming back. It's off the wall. That's going to bring in another run. In to score, Clement. 4-3 Toronto. Fenway double.
A wall-scraping double handed the Jays a 4-3 lead, and now the Sox go 1-2-3 in the night that handed them a win. The Sox get swept by the Jays. They're 14 games under 500. They're in Seattle tonight to open up a 3-game series. Sox, by the way, 0-for-5 with runners in scoring position yesterday. They are 1-for-29 with runners in scoring position, Dan, over their last 3 games. I defy you to find something good about this team.
I can't today. There's too much. There's too much to unpack, even in just those highlights that you played from start to finish. Right? I think, Fred, you're around the game. You know the game. John, same thing. What's being talked about in the dugout all day long because of the weird weather we had yesterday? It's the wind. Right? Guys, you got to help each other. You got to be there for each other. Caleb Durbin watched Connor Wong struggle to get that pop-up and said after the game, basically, I don't know what happened. I just didn't go after it. Well, that's a losing team. It's like you said with Jarren Duran getting hit by the ball and not looking, not turning. That's losing. It's infectious, and it keeps continuing to go through the entire clubhouse, and that's what we're seeing. Because as soon as that happens, they get that wind-aided double off of the wall, and there's your ball game. It's just one thing after another, and it doesn't end. And looking up some numbers, Chad Finn had this note too. When do you think they lost their 43rd game? They're 29-43 in 2018. Mm-hmm. August 31st was when they lost their 43rd game.
Well,
in 2021, they lost their 43rd game, July 31st. Yeah. This team is the last time they were 29-43, 1996.
Yeah, that was Butch Hobson. That was a bad team.
Historically bad. It's just that was Kevin Kennedy on that.
Oh, was that okay? Team. Sorry, that was after they went in 95.
Oh, you got the facts wrong.
And
I'm sorry. Well, Peter Abraham wrote about it. We had Tom Caron on yesterday. With the amount of teams that are in the wild card hunt, if you started selling now, you get a ransom for in who would be off the table. I mean, no one. Sonny Gray. I bet you the Cardinals would trade back for Sonny Gray. They need a starting pitcher, and they don't want to invest in anyone. So I bet you that the Cardinals would. I bet you could do what you love to do and deal with Chaim Bloom again. I bet you anything that the Cardinals
probably for less than you sold them for.
Oh, too. For sure. I mean, 100%. Yeah.
I bet they'd all be lined up though for Sonny Gray, Fred. A lot of teams.
That's just an example of that. I do believe, and because Gray's got a no trade clause, but I bet you anything he'd go back to the
judging by his post game comments.
Well, what he said, we're not good.
Opted out of his no trade.
Well, I mean, if you're but if you're a starting pitcher for this team, yes. I mean, it's you want off now. And if I'm Crochet, I don't want to pitch again this year. Unless it's the very end of the season and I'm just getting glorified bullpen work.
And if you're Roman Anthony, you're afraid to come back. You want to be 100% on that, too?
If I'm Roman Anthony, I might want to play a little bit more than I would if I was Garrett Crochet. If I'm Roman Anthony, I might want to get some more Major League at-bats. Like, if I feel like okay enough to hit a fastball.
Well, two things. Can I...
But just real quick, I mean, Whitlock, Chapman, Gray... I mean, I would trade Contreras if I could. I mean, I would trade every veteran on this team.
Contreras has far and away been their best player.
Yes.
Not pitcher, not hitter, player. Guy's an all-star. He's going to hit 30 homers, driving 100 runs. He's hitting over 300. It's lost on this team.
And he's exactly what another team would want in a veteran.
He's not hitting 300. Let the record, not close. So let the record show that John's wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Got, what,
Go
14
ahead.
homers. So remember what we talked about with fan graphs and everything else? And I think Alex Cora had a bet that they said how many players would have 20 home runs, 30 home runs? They said, well, you look at this Red Sox team. Where do you think they are in home runs this year? Second last.
Oh, sorry.
Right, Colorado?
Tampa, 29.
Tampa,
61. And Tampa has 58. The Yankees have 110.
Yeah,
so
well,
you look
the
at that,
there.
And on this team,
as opposed to
it's the ballpark,
as opposed
clearly.
to Fenway, which is impossible.
Well,
to get the ball out.
I maintain it's easy to hit a homer at Yankee Stadium. Damn it!
Oh, it's not hard, but it's
to pop up to right field,
as opposed to
Fenway. At least the fence is way out right.
Right.
Yeah, the wall steals homers.
If you hit the ball up in the air yesterday,
the
to
wall
left field
steals home runs.
Well, John, I think if you could get it close enough to the pole in right field that you could throw a ball over the fence.
But at least at Fenway it goes out to 380. At Yankee Stadium, 380 puts it about 40 rows back.
By the way, they don't have Judge, so let's not go crazy about how easy it is for the Yankees.
Very easy.
But Fred, I think you're right. You just mentioned the pitchers. Go down the hitters. I mean, I still want to keep the core because things can happen off from
what do you
year
mean
to year.
The core?
Abreu, Rafaela.
Yeah.
Those guys. But anybody else,
you got to field the team next year,
right? Yes,
right. But anyone that you can get value for, where you believe that you could acquire someone the next free agency period, whenever it is, or you can get. If you can get more back for the veteran than you believe it would cost, either in money or in assets, to get something comparable for next season, then you got to make that deal. Unless it's like Chapman, closers, you're in a very odd situation right now where, I mean, closers are probably the most valuable trade piece for teams acquiring them at the trade deadline, good teams. Like, that's usually where they can upgrade the most or has the most real effect.
And how wouldn't you want Chapman, right?
And you would want Chapman. So the thing is that he's of no use to you at all. So why wouldn't you trade him like today and go, I'm going to give you, you know, more than half the season with Chapman. Here you go. And then just relish that return, because how many teams with good closers would be willing to deal right now?
Well, you know what you also have the problem with too, Fred. Combine that with everything that I've heard, and again, I'm not around the team as much as I have been in the past, just because of the nature of my job and the Patriots and everything else. But Craig Breslow's inability to pull the trigger on deals, that's been one of his criticisms at the trade deadline in the offseason.
It was a disaster last year.
So that's the guy that's in charge of it right now. So I almost want to bring in like an interim general manager with a veteran presence. Fred, and again, you've talked about this ad nauseum about the objectives and what Dave Dombrowski would do for a team, right? He'd come in and, he didn't care about the farm system. He would just, go win. Now, but I would almost want a Dombrowski type of guy, or somebody with an eye for a farm system and Dombrowski to pull the trigger. We're going to do this. Well,
then you want a perfect GM, because they had Dombrowski and they fired him, and then they got Chaim Bloom and he did what they wanted and they fired him. Now, Chaim Bloom made mistakes, but he did achieve what they wanted, which is he completely rebuilt the farm system, and they should be reaping the benefits for him right now. That's a player development situation. If none of these kids hit that Bloom got in here, so you fire, and then you ended up with a complete incompetent that even Dan, and this isn't an insult to Dan, but even Dan, who's not prone to negativity with this team, we haven't talked to one guy, Tom Caron, who works for Nesson, who would have no reason to be negative if he didn't have to be. Anybody, Sean McAdam, anybody that covers this team, Dan, that has given one single reason why Craig Breslow should be in charge of this team. And what makes it interesting to me is the arrogance of which they operated, as if they were so buttoned up and so, oh, you idiots, not the fans, but just everyone in baseball's a moron. We know we have the data, and I understand that you need it. You need to use data, especially when you have a huge pool of talent and you need to narrow it down. I understand all of that. But the point has been made, once you get to the major league level, all that talent is, you've gotten the talent. Now it's time to win. And maybe there's a different modus operandi when you've thinned the talent, when you've gotten the talent down to the people on the major league roster, that you have to change your approach a little bit. Yes, John.
One story that kind of popped up last week, Dan, or the week before, is that ownership, independent of Craig Breslow, was making phone calls to other teams looking for a right-handed bat for the lineup. That was when they were still deluding themselves.
Throw up in my mouth.
Do you really think? Do you really think that ownership would do that independent of Breslow, because they lack the confidence in him to get a deal done?
Maybe, right? Maybe that's what it's come down to, which you hate to see
that's
and hear.
Ugly.
It's like Fred said, just say thank you, but goodbye, right? I don't understand that part. You were able to say goodbye to Alex Cora in April. Go ahead and do it. Just pull the trigger and say we made a mistake. It just.
I think that's
there's
their
nothing.
biggest problem.
The driveline guy's gone. Your manager's gone. You fired a bunch of coaches with the manager. There's nothing. It's almost like Breslow has naked pictures of Henry or something. I don't understand. I can't think of a more inept general manager in town off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure you could go back, years, but the Bruins haven't had anyone this inept as a general manager since I can. Maybe when I first got to town, I don't remember, but not Chiarelli and not since then.
You have to go back to mid-90s ML Carr with the Celtics.
You know what they need?
Yeah, Stevens and Ainge. I can't think of, and obviously you could have said Elliot Wolf was a bad GM, but that's not true. So they went to the Super Bowl. So since I've been in town, and Belichick made a lot of mistakes, but they won. I can't think of anyone this inequipped to be doing their job, and everything they sold you about why they would be good at their job isn't working. Like if you're so statistics driven and you're so data driven, you shouldn't hit. Like, I understand that, like, there is like a bit of like an unknown there, even with this stuff, but there's no way the floor should be this low. You might be the worst team in baseball. You very well could be the worst team in baseball. Certainly the worst team in baseball that was trying to win. Oh, that's for sure. That's because it's the Rockies, the Angels, or you. Look, the Tigers are bad, about as bad as you. But they've had a lot of injuries. Well, so have you. Maybe the Tigers are as disappointing as you are. I don't know. But the A.J. Hinch is still their manager.
I have a solution. Or something who I'd like to see come in here. And we'll do it. Want to tease it? We'll do it at 8 instead of shooting the breeze, okay? We'll be right back.
Yeah, whatever you want to do today, that's fine with me.
No, there's a reason for that.
Well, no kidding, John.
Jeez.
No, but let's just give Danny the show. I've got personal issues. All right, we'll be back. Here are the headlines. Big show on the way.
Need a little help getting started in the morning?
It's very dangerous.
They've got the experts.
So, no.
Toucher and Hardy.
No.
On the Sports Hub.
All right. Danny, you had something that you wanted to say. You have a big idea for the Red Sox. I'm sorry. I keep putting...
Hello?
I'm a creature of habit, Daniel. Don't take it so personally, you sensitive prick. All right, go ahead. What you got?
So, you talked about Breslow and what this team needs, and I know it's pretty obvious, right, is Theo Epstein, right? He would never do it.
No.
But if you're John Henry and you've had Theo and how long and everything else, you would walk in and say, Theo, could you become a consultant for me and find a president, general manager, whatever you want to call it, of baseball operations that you choose, that you can help me choose, that has the right mix of Theo, reading an article on him, building the right culture in an organization meant more than finding players who fit a statistical mode. Role players are just as important in clubhouse chemistry. Theo was a master at finding value in the margins. Everything else, those kind of things, the right mix of personalities, Boston. So I don't know if you just try to go out and find, you try to find a way to pry Jed Hoyer from the Cubs or Mike Hazen from the Arizona Diamondbacks or Josh Burns from the Dodgers. Just get somebody in here that has that way of thinking that can deal with, as Fred talks about, the analytics, the stats, which you need. It's the way the game is going. It's fine. But also has the right mix of personality to deal with people on a daily basis, to walk through the clubhouse, to talk to the owners, to talk to the manager, to talk to fans, that can get along with everybody and bring everybody together. They don't have that right now.
There's a problem with all of this, Dan. And Theo would be perfect because no one knows the landscape better than him. But it's still the same ownership group. It's still the same group that is heading towards their fourth GM in the last 8 years. Before they hired Breslow, they talked to about 6 or 7 other people, well-respected people around the league, and all of them said no. There's a reason all of them said no. I remember there was a story. There's a woman by the name of Kim Ong, NG. She ran the Florida Marlins, and by all accounts, she did a good job, I think, before Jeter forced her out when he became one of the owners. But she came here. Now, again, she was the GM of the Florida Marlins. Red Sox, in theory, a payroll that tripled what she was used to working with. She came here and immediately said no. And there's a reason for this. There aren't a lot of people that are talented that want to come work for this ownership group. You can have Theo go look at whoever he wants, but you still have to work for those guys.
But maybe it's the time because, John, if people are right with the criticism that he's not as invested in this as he was when he first bought the team. Maybe now's the time where someone goes to John, maybe Theo goes to John, who has that perhaps strength and relationship and power, and says, listen, you got to stay away. Let me do this, and you got to commit to whoever we're doing here and walk away. Maybe now's the time. because they're not going to be good this year. They may not be good next year if they don't make the right moves and what have you. So you're talking a total kind of on the fly, on the mend rebuild here. And you need that. You need to make the right choice and find the right guy. Who better at finding the right guy than a consultant in Theo Epstein?
And you also have the lockout coming up and a salary cap more than likely coming into place. I think ownership will use that as an excuse to ride this season out and then deal with the rule changes when they're implemented, whenever they're implemented, because we might not have baseball for a long time after this season, based on the owner's latest proposal last night. I mean, it's getting ugly. So I'm betting that John Henry looks at this and goes, you know what? I'm not hiring a new person now. It's not worth it. We don't know what the rules are going to be. We're certainly not spending any more money. So all of that sounds perfect. Theo's the perfect guy to do it. But given the landscape of the franchise right now, I don't see it happening.
I wonder if they would be that against spending a little bit of money, given that they really might start seeing a little bit of a problem at the box office. Like it's happened since I've been here. It's happened before.
And spending a little bit of money in what way?
In order to kind of give the team back some popularity locally, like to get people to come to Fenway. I mean, there were empty seats yesterday. I understand that there's tourists and people from visiting teams, but in order to sustain a 162 game season, you do need a local fan base that's invested. So I can't imagine Nesson ratings are going to be great. I can't imagine that it's going to be. I mean, I bought tickets to a game that were on sale, like in the field box for face value, like 2 days before a game recently. That's not good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they don't like that. You have a big building. I mean, small as baseball parks, but you understand what I'm saying. A building that you can fill and make money on 81 times a year. That's not cheap. I mean, that's a lot of money in your pockets.
Well,
and if
it's
that's
the highest
not
ticket prices, so that's small attendance.
Right. And so, I mean, you're making a lot of money a game, and if people stop showing up, I mean, there is some incentive. You're losing more money than you're making by not having a payroll if you can't get people to come to a game.
And don't you think if they said that today, that we're making Theo Epstein a consultant for now, and said goodbye to Craig Breslow, that at least that would bring some life into the franchise a little bit?
I think getting rid of Craig Breslow is just what you need to survive as an organization. Like to just put anything relatively competitive on the field. He seems to be completely inept in a way that you rarely see. Like truly a terrible, terrible executive. An inability to communicate. And all his ideas that he's so proud of are all failing.
Inability to learn from his mistakes. He said repeatedly after the Devers disaster, I have to be better at communicating with the players and the people around me. And earlier this year, Tim Healy had a story. It's like he's turned off all the people around him because he's not communicating with them.
Right.
He is a robot.
Right.
Who hasn't evolved at all.
All right. Bert Breer is here. We will talk to him in just a moment.